Greetings, brothers, sisters, friends, and foes. It's Bill from Agape on the Streets. Thank you for joining me here. Going to get into some pretty heavy-duty stuff that's been going on here the last couple of days. As many of you know, I left Quartzsite. The kids have left Quartzsite, Josie and Star. They're doing great. They're in Starbuck, Washington. It looks like they've got a long-term career set up, and things are looking really good. God has really blessed them. Praise God. I really felt God pushing me that it was time to go, and I did. And then I realized why. There was a job that opened up here, and actually a good friend of mine works there. He used to hang out with me on Catalina Island and stuff, and he's in the maintenance department. And as some of you know, I've had some issues with, the last job was maintenance, but I had to walk so much. We were on our feet all day long, and it was wearing on me pretty tough. Well, this job is a dispatch job. I'm working for maintenance. I'll do a little troubleshooting and stuff, but as far as most of the, heavy-duty repair type stuff, the younger guys will be doing that. So I'll kind of oversee it. I'll take the calls. I'll organize things, make sure the parts are there. Anyways, as it turns out, this just came together like the perfect job. It's 4 days a week, 10 hours a day, which since I'll be at an office sitting at a desk, I can do just fine. It leaves me 3 days, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, to do my own thing. And y'all know, I like to tinker. I like to do a lot of other work. And what's even more amazing is there's an RV park right across the street. I've worked for the lady before. She gave me a spot to pull the trailer in there, to live there, for only $350 a month. Now, mind you, that's usually over $1,000 a month at this RV park. But she wants me there to keep an eye on things, to help out a little bit. And any maintenance she has me doing, I can even work towards that rent. So this whole thing was just like, wow, that is amazing. Unfortunately, the other day, as I was driving there, my truck broke down. I originally thought it was a fuel pump, but it turns out it has to do with the glow plugs and the glow plug module. I was expecting with the fuel pump about $1,000. Well, this is going to be $2,900 is what they're saying now. I just don't have it. I've got a lot of collateral. I've got the pink to the truck. I've got thousands of dollars worth of gear in the storage, pro audio gear. And I'm just trying to figure out how I can go about this. My credit is decent. It's not perfect, but it's pretty good. And, like the guy says, I'm going to give you a 3-year warranty on this truck, and it's in perfect shape other than that. He says, the reason you were getting such bad mileage and stuff is because of this. In this truck, the glow plugs, I guess, are an assist also when you accelerate. So they weren't coming on. And he said, that's why pulling your trailer and stuff, you're getting 5 miles to the gallon. He says, you're going to do way better than that. So I said, well, I got to do this because this RV park, I put the trailer in, but you can't just drop it off there. You have to have a way to move it and stuff. She wants to know that you actually have a vehicle with it. So I got a lot to juggle right now. What's awesome is I can pull this there, leave the vehicle there, and I can walk across the street to work. So I won't have to drive it that much, except maybe on the weekends. If I go do handyman work or some other stuff, I should be able to make some pretty good money, it looks like. I've already got a couple jobs in that area to do handyman work for local people and stuff. The word got out before I even got there. So I'm asking both for prayer for this situation, and if there's anyone that has any ideas, if you can help me out. It could be a loan. I can give you a pink slip for collateral, anything. It's something I should be able to pay off pretty quickly, but now I'm in this situation where I've got the trailer sitting out here at the forest, and I pulled in to the place. Some of you who've been following me know last year I helped a kid by the name of Aaron, who's homeless, stuck out here in a broken down minivan. Somehow the kid's still sitting here. And I came out, the kid's still sitting there with a cat and a dog. And I'm like, Lord, what can I can't really do? What can I do out here? Unfortunately, now I'm stuck out here. So working that out. But as I'm sitting here trying to talk some sense into this kid, the Rangers pull up. And they just gave him a ticket today and said, you got 24 hours to get out of here. I got in on the phone with some charities that have been coming out here, bringing them food, bringing them water, and says, you guys have been helping out, but we need a real solution now. Time is of the essence. We got to do something. the kid just shuts down, and the kid even gets suicidal. So I've been able to push a little bit for the kid and help out, but unfortunately now I've got my own thing I'm pushing for, so this has been tough. It's been snowing today. It's pretty darn cold out here. Praise God that when my truck broke down, my buddy Bob, he was able to take me to the interview, put in some good words for me there, and then we got some propane, we got some food, so I'm okay. I got my heater going in here. I got my generator with a little bit of gas because it is cloudy. My solar panels aren't keeping up, but I'm okay for now. Hopefully I have somebody coming out here in a couple days to check on me and we can figure some of this stuff out. But the big deal here is really figuring out this truck. Like I said, I've got a lot of stuff and I'm putting a lot of it up for sale right now because, you know, if I need more audio-visual, if I get back into that later, I'll have to get stuff again. But right now I need to move forward. It's a very scary thing to me because I've been helping people now for several years out here on the streets, people who are completely stuck with nothing. And I'm literally a breath away from that right now. So I'm asking God, you know, direction on this thing here. On one side, I've got tremendous open doors, but it's hinging on that one thing, that truck. I'm going to need some money to sustain. I've got to give $350 to the lady when I pull the trailer in. I'm working with her right now and telling her my truck's in the shop and hoping if I can get someone to pull it there, she'll let me have it there for a few days before I can get my truck back. But she's really watching that. I guess she's had issues with it before. People just put a bunch of old trailers and stuff there and they don't have any way to move them and whatever. They want to move them and they can't. I don't know what the whole deal is with that. But I've already got somebody that's going to buy a few things from me that can give me a little lump of cash to get this first phase done, get me a little bit for food. I've got, what, a week and a half because it's every other week for paychecks and they hold 1 week behind. So I'll be able to get through that, I'm pretty sure. But then with the next check coming in, I can put that towards the truck, plus whatever I sell in the meantime. But it is like, wow, I need to find something here. So please get a hold of me. If you haven't talked to me before, you can go to our website, agapeonthestreets.com. There's a mighty cause on there. That is like a GoFundMe. If you put money into that, it'll get to me. But even better yet, if you want to get funds to me without having to pay a fee and all that stuff, go to Zelle or go to PayPal, or I have all of them, Cash App. You can either get a hold of me on our website. There's a link to Telegram, and you can go into Telegram and get a hold of me there. And if you get a hold of me there on Telegram, I can get you the information to my PayPal, my Cash App, and everything else. I'd love to hear from you guys. This is a bit of a scary one for me, but, you know, I'm trusting God because I know God sent me out here. And on one side, I'm trying to help this young person up here. I know there's a lot going on with this person. This van is the reason they got in trouble. There's just so much garbage outside this van. And unfortunately, there's a charity that's bringing food and bringing everything up, but they're not taking the trash out. And it's become an issue. And the Rangers were very cool about it, but, you know, they've got to do their job. So there's a lot of problems. Yeah, there's mice getting into this van now, and the kid's just not safe there. And it's got a beautiful little basset hound and like a little cat, and I'm just like, Lord, you know, there's got to be a way to help this poor person out of here. Somehow made it through the entire winter up here in Flagstaff, snow and everything. And I'm just getting a little taste of that now because I came out of the 97-degree desert in Quartzsite, and I got up here and it's in the 20s, and I haven't acclimated yet, and it's snowing outside right now. And that's why I'm in this thick, you know, I've got a heater on in here, but I'm trying to conserve as much as I can, just keeping it about 55 and trying to stay warm. Wow. Keep me in your prayer. You know, I don't have good internet or phone service up here. It's very spotty. I'm going to set this phone outside to load this video, and it's probably going to take it a couple hours, so I've got to find a place where my phone doesn't get wet or freeze. But if you got any ideas, get a hold of me. You know, this is a whole new thing to me. My credit's decent. I'm going to try to look into that, see if there's a way to do that. But I just don't know. I've never been in this situation before, and it's a little scary because if it's like a crazy situation. There's one side that's very exciting. I'd love to have this job and be at that nice RV park. You know, I've been doing this nomad thing for a long time now, and it's really wearing me out. And this is a nice park where I can, you know, still do ministry on the weekends and stuff. There's plenty of people around these areas coming and going. It's got a nice hot tub, and you know, I've been having problems with being really sore, and that would be a major blessing. Um, just have a sense of community. I can get things, medical and things I need very badly through this job, and still have plenty of time, 3-day weekends to do all these other things. So I really look at that as a major open door, a major blessing from God. But right there on the other side of that is, you know, you got to make this happen. You got to come up with this, you know, almost $3,000 so you can get this truck, you know, so you have that. And wow. And then you look at that and say, if that doesn't happen, you know, you're not going to be able to get the job or have the trailer there. And what else is there? You know, I'd have to sell this trailer off really quick and take the money and, I don't know, walk off into the sunset, because at that point I wouldn't really have anything. So I'm in a scary situation. But again, I'm going to trust God. I'm coveting your prayers. I love every one of you out there. God bless you. I hope God does amazing, mighty things in your life. Bye-bye now.